For years we've been hearing rumors that Janet may have had a child with her first husband, one of the DeBarge brothers back in the day. And because she was still on TV, I think at the time she still was shooting episodes of Fame, and she released her first album, not to critical success. They felt that it would mess her television career up. Then when she did Control and blew up, it started getting the drumbeat started, but still nobody had any proof. Reby or her siblings wasn't talking. And even over the years when she married other men, dated other men, it was always that when Janet gonna have kids. Maybe she didn't feel right having children at the time, or maybe the person she was with didn't want them, or she couldn't conceive, or she was having a problem, whatever reason. And when Janet stopped missing or canceling concert dates, the first thing everybody went, did she lose her mojo, or is she sick? And if she's sick, that she has cancer. And my thing was, maybe it was just some health issue or a family issue, but they went to the worst case scenario. Then the rumor started going out that Janet might be pregnant. And they're like, wait a minute, Janet might be pregnant? She's 49 years old. And, what gets me is the fact that, instead of wishing Janet and her husband well wishes, and whatnot, people have been mean-spirited and just said some horrible things about, she's too old, why do we want to have a kid with the Jackson family, all kinds of stuff. Keep the kids from Joe Jackson. But nobody said nothing to Jane Seymour when she had her children late in life. There have been many white actresses or women who have had children late in life for various reasons, whether they caring for a daughter or a family friend, or they just being a surrogate, whatever the reason, or they want to have children. I mean, John Travolta's wife, I forget her name now, the ones that date Charlie Sheen, or Charlie Sheen dated, when their son Jet died, they went and had another child, and she was 48 years old. So she got to be 50 something now, about 52, maybe 54. If I'm not now that age, she's in her 50s. Nobody critiqued her and said, well, you just having a son or a child replace the one you lost. But Jane Seymour had, and everybody was cheering for her. She had her children right around the time. I think Dr. Quinn was probably in his last season or so. It's funny how when black people or a black woman decide that she want to have children later in life, everybody is suspicious and stuff. Halle Berry was criticized, but not like Janet has been criticized. Instead of just saying, I wish them the best of luck, hope the child's healthy, and move on. But people saying she's too old for it. Let me say this again. There have been other cases where women way older than Janet have had babies. Now, is there a risk? Yeah. There's always a risk for pregnancies. There's no guarantee that you're going to survive carrying a baby or giving birth. It bothers me how people want to shame our people and when we start having children and whatnot. And let's keep it real. Ain't no way a man gonna marry a woman that's attractive, that he loves and want to share his life with, and not try to have some connection to each other. Now Janet probably didn't want to use a surrogate, or maybe the surrogate route didn't work. Well, however she's doing it, and I think we need to send our prayers, and hopefully she has a safe and healthy baby, and hopefully she makes it through the pregnancy, because you could be 12 years old and have complications from pregnancy because you're a little too young. But you can be 17, you can be 25, you can be 35, 45. You can have complications. And there's always a risk that the child might come up with some deformity. I hope that child is healthy. I hope that Janet doesn't have any complications, because it seems like this is something that she and her husband want. But for people to be criticizing her instead of saying, you know what, hey sister, we wish you the best of luck. Let's hope that you're healthy, the baby's healthy. Because let me tell you, anytime a female is pregnant, it's a risk. Doesn't matter your age, like I just said, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your gender, it's always a risk. And obviously she loves her husband because she's willing to do this at this age. And you have to understand, technology has come a long way than what it was back in the day. And let me remind y'all something. There was women who still having children late in life back in the day, just that nobody really talks about it, or people want to pretend like it didn't happen. And I think what it is that, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'm not saying that we don't have a bunch of disabled people in our community. Usually, white women who start waiting late in life, have children, start having developmental challenges more so than black women. It's just that black women have these fiber, these tumors and stuff when they start having babies. I think that we should be praying for her, and hopefully that baby is going to be healthy and she's going to make with no complications. People criticizing Miss Jackson. I mean, it's just saying that keep Joe away from me. That'd be his grandchild from his youngest daughter. Mrs. Jackson and Mr. Jackson be happy to see that. I know that Janet might say she wished her big brother Michael was still there to see it. But it bothers me that people, instead of being happy for it, criticizing them. But we've seen stories of white women have done it, and people have cheered and sent gifts and wished them well. But Janet, she gets scorned. That don't make any sense. But I know part of it is that people just don't like the Jackson family, and people don't like the idea of black women doing this, because now there may be other sisters out there that say, you know what, I want to have a baby at 47 or 49, and if they find out that they can do it, and the baby can come out safe and sound, they'll do it. And I know people saying, well, that's not fair to kids, that's too old. We don't know when our day is going to come. You got to live life for the now. And like I said, she needs to be in our prayers. Those of y'all who criticize saying she sinned you or she should wait as long, you don't know the reason why. Janet, I pray for you and your husband. I pray for your unborn child. I really do. I think that we need to sit back and take some stock of ourselves and stop wishing or wishing harm or projecting our fears or jealousies on people. I mean, when I heard about it, I said, good for her. She probably at the point in life where she feel, hey, financially I'm safe, I'm sound. I got a man out that I'm in love with. He want to have kids with me. Go for it.